What's good, YouTube? This your boy HoodFacts TV, and I'm back with another reaction video. Y'all know my motto. I'm not about to hold y'all up. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers. Get in them comments. Let me know you guys' thoughts. You know I respond to almost every comment. Smash that like button for your boy. Let's try to get this to 50, 60 likes. And without further ado, we're about to jump into this video. The many victims of Lil Durk. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of victims, you know what I'm saying? He definitely put bags on a lot of people's head. In my opinion, I think he's cooked. I think his luck done ran out, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you really have to change the people around you for order for you to change, and he never did that. He stayed real with the bros. He stayed real with the guys, and the guys basically took him under. So let's go ahead and check out this video, man. I'm not about to hold y'all up no more.
At the moment, Lil Durk's entire world is falling apart. In what felt like a matter of days, he went from being at the top of his game to being stranded in a tiny jail cell. But while his fans, friends, and family are hoping that he'll be freed and that he isn't as cooked as he looks, there are plenty of people who will be celebrating the fact that he's behind bars. Because over the course of his life in the streets of Chicago, the OTF leader made a lot of enemies.
He definitely have a lot of enemies. Definitely have a lot of enemies. And I don't even think it's just industry, you know what I'm saying? He, like, the industry enemies, I just think, you know, that's besides Quando, Rondo, and FBG Duck, I think the rest of them is just, you know what I'm saying, it's just rat beef.
Some of who aren't even around to see this murder for hire trial go down. It's your boy Loesta, and these are the victims of Lil Durk. And now we're starting things off with a true legend of the Shy. At the outside of Chief Keef's career, he and Durk were friends, with both men in their teens and leading the way to make drill music a
Yeah, I definitely remember this beef, man. It basically fell out because Chief Keef didn't pay his bill. You know what I'm saying? Didn't help him out with a little 10 grand bill. So that's the reason why they had their little, you know what I'm saying, situation.
force in hip-hop. Durk even got a cameo in the video for an early Sosa track titled Bang. In terms of street politics, both men were black disciples but repped their own crews in GBE and OTF. But back when they were in the early stages of their careers, Durkio insisted that they were basically a unit. We are all the same, only the family and Glory Boys Entertainment, he informed Complex. Everybody's family has two different names. Everybody says GBE and OTF. Everybody grew up together from the same block. Everybody knew each other since they were kids. We grew up with each other and everyone's just got different music styles right now, doing their own things. As both men began killing the game and signed to major labels, they seemed unstoppable. And because of the buzz around them, it seemed like plenty of future collabs were on the way that would have fans losing their minds. But things allegedly started to go wrong around 2013 when Durk got himself locked up for a firearms charge. Held on $100K bond, it's believed that he reached out to Sosa to help bail him out. However, Keef not only refused, but seemed to take the opportunity to shade Durk's crew and insist they weren't any kind of united front anymore. OTG, only the glow. And with that, things went left. After his friends managed to raise the money to get him out, Durk immediately started hinting towards a problem with
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded
him and Sosa. He even shouted out the rappers who he felt had his back, while making what seemed like a veiled threat towards Keef. You would have been got killed if it wasn't for 300. He even banned him from his own neighborhood. From there, he claimed that Sosa had a history of not looking out for his crew, including their mutual friend D Rose. Rather than respond directly to his threats, Keef decided to flex his wealth once more, and tried to make it evident that he didn't feel like it was his job to bail out all the BDs when they got locked up. As tension simmered, Sosa probably became a target for the same kind of treatment that anyone else who crosses a criminal enterprise would get. By the looks of it, they wanted to get their hands on his funds, even if he didn't want to give them up. Soon, news of a robbery perpetrated by OTF members on a home rented by Keef and his manager led to the GBE leader getting relieved of some cash before the cops came around. Law enforcement sources say that suspects jumped over a wall at the home and threw bricks to break a window. At least one of the suspects is believed.
Boss Top, I think Boss Top has something to do with that, man. Shout out to Boss Top for coming home too, man. But I think Boss Top definitely has something to do with that. That's what they were saying in the blogs and situations like that. But like I said before, man, you can't really take all these blogs seriously because they really don't know the tea. But I think that's 100% facts that uh Boss Top had something to do it, because he was seen with the chain. So
believed to have made it inside Chief Keef's house and made off with money. Luckily, police officers were near the area when the break-in occurred and were able to stop the burglary. Although one suspect did fire a shot, which didn't hit anyone. Police later caught 2 of the suspects, while one fled in a car. The 2 suspects have since been booked on burglary and weapon charges. Despite the fact that it was known OTF members such as Boss Stop who were involved, Durk continued to insist that his problems with Keef were never that serious, and that the friction between them can be fixed.
I can tweet a motherfucker and get into it with him, and we be on the song together 2 weeks. That type of shit. Fans like that type of shit, bro. We a motherfucker like us, we don't look at it like that. But then that's when you come out with an album, and I come out with an album, and just like how Ross and Jeezy did.
In fact, he went as far as to say that one talk could clear it up.
There's more money out here. When you together, the more money flow in. More fan, you share fan base. That's how I look at it. Niggas probably don't look at it like that. This shit can be gone tomorrow, and you back right to square one. Now you back in the streets.
Since then, the pair appear, publicly at least, to have patched things up.
just like your situation right now, it could be gone tomorrow. You was just a multi-millionaire. Now you just a regular person in a jail cell. None of that money could really help you. You can't touch it. You can't do nothing with it. I mean, you can still take care of your family in situations like that. But far as you and your situation, you cook, you're done. Like you said yourself, it could be gone tomorrow.
Up.
You and Chief Keef seem to be cool now.
Yeah, we cool. We better than what we was. I had a grudge, he had a grudge. I'm saying we killed it, put it in the middle of the flow. I'm saying it's over with now. So we working. I'm saying we giving the fans what they want to see. They've been wanting to see that for a long time.
However, Durk has regularly had to fend off claims that even though he and Sosa seem cool, he's sneakily shading him on tracks.
They said,
I promise you I don't be on there looking.
I swear, they said that you be dissing Keef,
Why?
not taking care of the guys. Like
If Keef don't take care of his guys, Keef just don't take care of his guys. If Keef take care of his guys, Keef take care of his guys.
Have you mentioned him about taking care of his guys or no?
I never heard him not taking care of his guys.
Okay, all right.
But it wasn't all one-way traffic. Last year, an allegedly leaked Keef song featuring disses towards Durk, Boss Stop, and the late King Von surfaced online. This further fueled speculation that the war wasn't really over.
Like if you from the streets and you know everything that he said that.
It really wasn't no war between him and Chief Keef. Like, y'all be really boosting stuff up, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. Yeah, they was mad at each other. Yeah, they had a little situation, but it wasn't no war. If it was a war, you understand that they know how to touch each other. They could see each other at any moment. Y'all just be really juicing stuff up. It wasn't no war, man. They was just two friends that was upset at each other, man, that was throwing shots at each other. That's it.
That rap, it all add up. They taunted his cousin, which is Rio, which is one of my friends who I call a friend. They was taunting him, saying they killed his cousin, was insinuating Von was insinuating he killed his cousin. And yeah, I think Keef had enough of it.
Still, things have continued to mellow out, and Durk even congratulated Sosa on the success of his recent work. But what is notable is that since Durk got hit with the indictment, Chief Keef hasn't expressed any desire to see him freed. So while this isn't exactly concrete evidence that there's still some real tension between them, it's something. On the other hand, with Sosa now far away from the streets of Chicago, he's now looked at as a primary example of how Durk should have moved to avoid the kind of situation that he's in right now.
I was just young. The street life had me. You know what I'm saying? Like the streets and everything that came with that, it had me in like a hole, especially in Chicago. So when I moved to LA, I kind of like started getting better at as a person type.
One thing about Chief Keef, he was smart from the beginning, man. He wasn't letting none of these fools trick him out of his position. He took the guys that he felt like understood what he was trying to do with his career and understood him as a person. He took them guys with him, and the guys that he took that didn't respect what he was trying to do, he sent them back home. And that's why he is who he is today. He's not the same person that he was when he was a kid. He's a grown man. He grew out of that because he left that environment. So shout out to Chief Keef for leaving that environment. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes everybody can't go with you. I know y'all heard that saying, you can't take everybody to the top with you, man. And that was Lil Durk's downfall, man. He was trying to take all the guys with him. He was trying to make sure all the guys was good, even though that they was probably doing his hits for him and keeping him protected. Them the same people that took him under when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So it took me to come to LA to actually grow out of what I was and who I was and how I was. You know, now I'm even talking like you couldn't get me to talk in an interview. I'll tell you what. How are you? 300. Yeah, no. I ain't really speaking. I'm not being vocal. But nowadays, I mean, I got something to say, really.
Yeah, I love that.
While Keef and Durk were former friends turned enemies, there are other rappers who wound up sparring with the OTF leader on wax who had real street beef with him. I mean, just look at the very sad case of Lil JoJo. A teenage rapper who repped the Gangster Disciples crew, Bricc Squad / IMG. JoJo went to the same high school.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you YouTubers really be mixing in stuff for no reason. Like, I understand JoJo is a part of the culture and a part of that drill music and a part of that beef, but honestly, Lil Durk really didn't have anything to do with JoJo's death. Like, I don't even know why JoJo's even involved in this video right here, but I guess this is what you guys do to make your videos a little longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and listen to what you got to say about the JoJo situation. But come on, man, you guys got to stop this, man. Really put facts down.
As Lil Durk, but they were always at odds, and allegedly Durk even got the hands from one of JoJo's friends in his younger years. As both men began entering the rap world, Durk's rise to fame was aided by the release of a diss track titled Competition. In the song, Durk came directly for JoJo's crew, even threatening one of his guys by name. Bricc Squad K, I tweet the shit. Labels call, don't leak the shit. Loyal Money got the shit. I catch a op, I beat the shit. Catch Lil J, I heat his face. My little guy will meet with them. Lil Duck, he can't duck this clip. Wugga World K, cause they fuck with him. The track basically incited a war, and soon, JoJo responded with BDK, which stands for Black Disciple Killer. Over a Young Chop beat, JoJo sent shots across the boundaries of OTF and GBE, but he also allocated some bars for Durk to let him know that things might escalate over his words. Durk say fuck Bricc Squad, so I can't wait to catch him. Squeeze this fucking 40, now they got him on a stretcher. Bricc Squad D-Block, bitch, we hella reckless. While BDK was an outright provocation of a rival gang, JoJo came for smirk, more specifically on I Got That Sack, with bars like, on the block with the gas, they know I keep that 30. Catch a op with the lamb, he gon' catch the whole 30. Durk a hoe calling phones, saying he don't want no beef, but fuck this rap, I ain't gon' talk, I'ma leave it in the streets. With the release of BDK, JoJo had simultaneously provided an anthem for his crew and made himself into one of the most profitable targets for Black disciples across the city. That's why it should come as no surprise that just days after the video came out, he was gunned down on the city's south side while riding a bike. Following a day of typically fiery Twitter interactions with his enemies, JoJo made a fatal mistake by confirming his exact location. LMAO, I'm on 069, stop the fucking flexing. Now, if it was meant to incite his rivals, it definitely worked, because soon a drive-by shooting would claim his life. As the war in Chirac continued to escalate, Durk continued to take little shots at JoJo both in his music and on Twitter. Might still be alive if he had a banshee, LOL. And on the track This Ain't What You Want, Durk aimed at him directly with the line, claim 300, at a K you done. Considering he spent most of his life in Chicago, it's no surprise that a lot of his feuds are localized in the city. But that's not always the case, and sometimes he's even got into it with rappers.
Density is a tool to record your DJ set and master it after. Density connects to DJ decks
from Cali like Tyga and The Game. This one is a weird story in terms of how it all came together, so stick with me. Initially, they all seemed cool. To begin with, Lil Durk posted a since deleted Instagram video of him in the studio with Tyga and Chris Brown. Album on the way, studio with my West Coast family, he says. Hashtag in Tyga, Brown, and Ty $sign in the caption. Back then, getting a feature from someone like Tyga would have boosted Durk's profile. But before it could come to fruition, Durk decided to make a jibe at the expense of Tyga's ex, Blac Chyna, that he didn't appreciate. On a then unreleased song, Durk spit the line, "What do strippers swallow? Malaya, Blac Chyna, just don't tell Tyga." Initially, Tyga asked him to remove the line, and Durk obliged in exchange for a feature. But it went off the rails when the Rack City rapper decided to go back on his word. But French Montana, who was Durk's Coke Boys label boss at the time, was still trying to avert any real drama and stop it before it could go too far.
And he was gonna do a song with you and it was gonna be all good, basically. Yeah. But he never did the song.
No.
So you ain't changing the line.
No.
So it's coming out as is.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be expensive. Like, he ain't gonna take it as much as he would have took it before. You know, everybody had to talk. French still trying to set the call up.
Okay, so you guys haven't talked yet?
Yeah.
It was just a line like, I want her and shit. It wasn't no diss, he says. When we were in LA, me, Tyga, and Chris Brown, when we first did the hook, Tyga came in and heard the line, and he felt some type of way. Unwilling to let it die down, Durk decided to mount up on the Chirac remix, dissing the former Young Money MC. Heard Tyga sneak dissing on me, telling thought bitches I'm not right. Tyga only got one name, but he ain't got one stripe. He backpacked, so it's easy to get his shit snatched. In an interview after it was released, Durk seemed to suggest that it wasn't so much a diss as it was a warning shot. I just be addressing shit. I wouldn't call it no beef. I just let him know. Backpack. Durk says, you'll get your shit snatched.
This is called the victims of Lil Durk. How is Tyga a victim? Please explain to me. Like, you guys really be making these rapper situations worse by these titles and by the stuff that y'all putting out here. Like, this was nothing but rap beef. Seriously, nothing. Nobody got hurt. Nothing. But you put this in here. This is retarded to me, yo. But hey, it is what it is. I guess y'all got to make y'all money by kickblade. You guys can't come up with facts. You guys got to come up with just anything. Y'all just put anything together nowadays, man. It's just crazy.
For real. Just let him know, this ain't that. You spinning me like I'm some little kid or something. Outside of music, it's still real. You can't play with us like that. But despite the warning, Tyga proceeded to mount up and respond on the track Chirac to LA, where he tried to downplay Durk's game and insisted that he would win. Can't get touched when it's hammer time. Who the fuck is Lil Durk? I dust you like ash and perp. Your flow whack, my flow crack. Got marble floors, your floors crack. But he wasn't the only one who provided a verse on the track. Always ready to defend the West Coast against any invaders, The Game provided his own verse on the track. Tyga hit me like Durk dissing. Dirk Nowitzki, Durk who? Never heard of these. Some of the nerve of these. Don't make me put on burgundy. Let the AK, I'm serving these. Yo T Raw, time to murder these. Straight away, Durk found it laughable that they were even coming at him.
I'll really be trying to just watch these joints, man, to try to see what, to see what was going on. I don't be wanting to know the quotes of songs and stuff, man. Like, y'all got it bad putting these quotes in these songs up. Like, please stop it, man. Just do the commentary. Stop putting quotes together like, yo, he said this, he said that. Like, all y'all the same, man. It's just getting real. It's getting real bad.
What the fuck Tyga was talking about, LOL. He let the game get all the song so Tyga can feel tough. Lil Durk wrote on Twitter, I'm on their ass. No let up. Talk that street shit, I'm with all the bullshit. Typically, Durk refused to back down. So he declared he would holler at Bridge on LA radios.
What, Tiffany Fox?
No, Game one.
As for the game, he has since reflected on how he engaged in it, no questions asked. And as it turns out, he legitimately didn't have any idea about who he was dissing.
Tyga and Durk had some drama. I didn't even know who Lil Durk was, but again, man, I pretty much hold myself in this capacity where I'm like, anything taking shots at the West Coast, like I'm a live and die for. So Tyga hit me, he was like, I want you on this song, man, and I'm beefing with, Lil Durk. I'm like...
While things never really got resolved between himself and Tyga, his issues with the game came to a head at a standoff when they confronted one another in a club. To some, it looked like it might have ended really badly. Not gonna hold you, Game would have died if he went outside. They didn't want to fight, trust me. The entire situation seemed incredibly combustible, but after OGs intervened, they managed to put their differences aside.
The club scene was more like, that's our first time seeing each other eye to eye, so it was tension. You know what I'm saying? His people had tension, we had tension, so we just brought it to the middle of the club, called it a big ass scene, but at the end of the day, it was street politics.
So what happened after the club?
Next morning, a couple of the big, older guys out here, the old school guys out here, put us on a three-way call. We squashed, they squashed them.
As Game reflected, they got a chance to squash it at an event hosted by another superstar rapper.
I ran into him at this Rick Ross party, and we had mutual homies, so we squashed it there. On video, it looks like, whatever people thought it was. They saying Durk came to LA and he punked Game, but
I remember, it was at the Supper Club, I think.
No, it was downtown.
Was it downtown? Okay, because I remember I interviewed Durk right afterwards.
Right.
And me and his brother kind of became cool during this time, right. But it seemed like a whole bunch of nothing.
Although Game and Durk both escaped without anything going wrong, Charlemagne believed he should have stayed out of it. particularly because the act of engaging in a war with someone like Durk is potentially hazardous to your health.
I don't like Tyga as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he makes some stuff that's kind of hot in the club, but I'm not going out to buy the next Tyga album or riding around listening to Tyga's music. But I'm pretty sure Tyga could have held his own against Lil Durk. Lil Durk's cool, you know what I'm saying? You had to join, you know, this ain't what they want. But I didn't see no need for a lyricist like Game. I didn't see any reason for Game to jump in that.
Yeah, Game just jumped in that because he wanted to put his 2 cents in it, man. And at that time, Game didn't have no buzz. He was, you know, dying down. I guess he seen an opportunity to get a buzz. I mean, and Game, you got to understand, man, Game is a battle rapper. That's what he do, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, man, he's not dealing with anybody that's going to disrespect the West Coast. But he should have stayed out of that beef because it didn't have nothing, that rap beef, because it didn't have nothing to do with him. He just put himself in drama, like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with Charlamagne.
At all. Game delivered some great balls like we know he could, but I didn't see the point. And furthermore, I never see a reason to beef with somebody from Chicago unless you absolutely have to. Because them niggas is killers.
And if anyone knows how dangerous that can get, just look at Quando Rondo. The man whose attempted homicide landed Durk in the predicament that he's in right now. Initially, Durk was cool with Quando, who was aligned with NBA Youngboy and his label. However, things went in an opposite direction when Durk's artist King Von claimed Youngboy's music wasn't authentic.
He ain't even like
King Von started everything that's going down. Everybody that lost their life in this situation, everybody that's locked up in this situation, King Von is the downfall. For the old block, he was the downfall for them. He the downfall for OTF. He the downfall for his own family. He was the downfall for himself. If you guys think King Von didn't cause all this stuff before he passed away, you guys is crazy. Like, if King Von never was trying to troll and trying to be the man that he thought he was and bully the internet and bully the industry, he would still be alive. OTF would still be running the rap game right now. And well, he definitely still be alive, but he definitely be locked up for FBG Duck's murder for sure. But he's definitely still will be alive. You know what I'm saying? So like I always say, man, he caused this on himself, and he caused this on everybody else that's around him, that was looking up to him, that was praising him. You know what I'm saying?
like that. Oh, on his ass now. On his ass. That's cap. You got cap in your raps.
This led to constant mudslinging between the two sides, and as things heated up, it eventually led to the infamous incident at an Atlanta hookah lounge where, after a fight ensued, King Von was killed by Quando's affiliate Lil Tim. In the aftermath, NBA Youngboy immediately sprung to Quando's side and began dissing Von at every opportunity. This that Squid Game, O-Block Pack get wrapped up, murder what they said, Atlanta dude get folded up. But Durk wasn't going to take that without retaliating either. And soon, he dropped the track Aha where he said, "People acting like they really like that since my Brody died. Just got out the feds, you bring up murders with your police ass." Claiming that they can't claim it if they didn't do it, NBA Youngboy and Durk were officially at war.
And I'm speaking for the whole Chicago. You ain't there.
Stop calling it war. It's rap beef. Stop calling it war. It's rap beef. He was at war with Quando Rondo. That's it.
Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. So you made a diss and said something. That's why I don't fuck with you. You ain't did shit. You did zero in reality. It just happened the way it happened.
As the two were initially set to drop projects on the same day, Durk continued to battle with Youngboy and even shot down claims that he was trying to use him for publicity because he was frankly bigger than him.
So you're not trying to use him for promo?
For what?
That's what people believe.
Why would I use you for promo when I know I'm outside you? A motherfucker sit up here and be like, man, you gonna outsell him, but he have a bigger degenerate. So why is who using who for promo?
Okay. All Youngboy fans talk about right now,
did I drop an album?
Is how much they mad at you.
Did I drop an album?
Well, you said you were dropping an album. That's why he dropped his album. He wants to compete.
So who bothering who?
All the while, Quando Rondo kept throwing shots in his direction, including explicit references to Von's death on tracks like Soul Reaper. Ran up on me, then we spanked him. I'm taking lights out. We do the dash in that Durango. Jump out with the pipe out. So tell him to pipe down. But the beef was a persistent problem for Rondo, and it reached the point where Quando was allegedly pleading with him to lay off as the constant threat meant that he was always looking over.
That's not a real text. See how I'm saying? Like, stop it. Stop putting false advertising, false information out. That's not even his real text, bro. Like, y'all know this. Y'all know the man said he didn't send that text, but yet and still you still put this in your video. Like, come on, bro, stop it. Y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all really have to stop this. It's unfair, man. It's unfair to the people that watch you guys' channel. It's unfair to the people that really want to get information. It's just unfair to the artists. It's unfair.
Over his shoulder. Still, this didn't stop him from coming at Durk on tracks like Want Me Dead. Even in
That's my point. Why would he ask them to stop if he's still dissing? Like, stop doing this. When we gonna realize that a lot of you YouTubers is really starting these dramas and making these false accusations up? Like, please just stop.
imploring him and his team to slide. We stepped on your brother, steady stepping, steady flexing. Coming up the score, Lil JoJo tote Smith & Wesson. Whole 100 shots missed at the show. Y'all must be fucking capping. As it turns out, that might have been a mistake, because as we know now, it's being alleged that Durk hired several OTF members who attempted to kill Quando at a gas station in LA. In the crossfire, Quando's friend Lil Pop was killed, and it's safe to say that this has torn him apart ever since.
Man, bro, man, cuz I'm about to keep it real with you, man. All that shit you heard was cap. Nobody know what the fuck really going on, bro. But that shit ain't really got nothing to do with me, bro.
Okay.
Like, and I love my mans. I love Pop.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. And that was your closest friend?
Nah, yeah, but I fucked it with bit, bro, nigga. That nigga was one nigga that used to actually get on my ass. Like, little bro, like, what you doing? You tripping? Let's do this. Little bro, let's go to the studio. Like, man, that man was a real nigga. He just was all about his paper.
As Durk was arrested, Quando actually made a surprising move in that he forgave him. We didn't get into the industry just to stay trapped in the street life. He wrote in an IG post as the news broke, "We have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've lost too much already. Forgiveness is heavy on my heart now for anyone I had issues with. It's all love for me. Praying for everyone, life goes on." But while Quando had the opportunity to put all the beef behind him, the same can't be said for FBG Duck. Among the most legendary figures from 63rd, Duck was a persistent thorn in the side of O Block, both in the streets and when he ventured into the studio. Following his breakout single Slide, Duck routinely released tracks which took aim at his enemies. And as a longtime friend of the late Tuka, just take a look at the track Dead Bitches, where he name drops various beloved members of the BDs who were killed. Because of his ruthless approach of mentioning ops, Duck was under no illusion that there weren't people who wanted to take him out.
Well, I mean, you mentioned this before. You feel that people want to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that go through your mind pretty much every day when you wake up?
Every day, all day. It changed how I move, everything. Of course I know motherfuckers want to kill me. I'm a very disrespectful person. I know what I did in my lifetime.
Often, people pointed to Dead Bitches as the reason he passed on. But the truth is that it was more of a cumulative effect. Driving a trip to Chicago.
Thank you. At least he got one situation right. He got a couple situations right. He definitely didn't die from dead bitches. Everybody, when he got killed, oh, he shouldn't have put out dead bitches. He shouldn't have said, yo, no, they been trying to take him out. That ain't the first time he got shot. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people was putting that narrative off. Dead bitches was so disrespectful. No, King Von had been put that money on his head. Like, if Dead Bitches never came out and they caught him somewhere, they would have whacked him. So it wasn't for Dead Bitches. Dead Bitches was just a very, very good song, and it was very, very disrespectful, but it was a very great song with a dope video, for sure.
Chicago's plush shopping district, Duck was assassinated by 4 people who emerged from 2 cars and shot him while he was shopping in Chicago. He sustained 16 shots in the process. According to sources, Duck had grown leery of letting people know his whereabouts because he received death threats from opposing gang members in the drill rap scene. 20 minutes before the shooting, a Ford Fusion and a Chrysler 300 left O Block and sped towards Duck's location after they were tipped off about his whereabouts. At 4:26 p.m., the cars pulled in front of Duck's girlfriend's vehicle midway through their shopping trip and fired on them before driving off. It has since been alleged that Vaughn had placed a $100K price tag on Duck's head, with one witness.
Stop saying alleged, say the facts. It's already in the paper. The police the FBI already said it. Von dropped 100,000 on him. So it's not alleged, it's facts.
Minutes later, claiming that Von purchased custom-made necklaces for O Block members responsible for the murder.
No, that was before. Like, see, you guys don't have the facts down. They was gonna get them chains anyway. You guys is just talk, just to talk.
Since then, 6 members of O Block have been indicted. All the while, Durk has routinely snitched on himself. He released tracks like Should've Ducked, where he literally recapped the events of the killing. You come outside with your gun, little boy, you dumb as fuck. Ain't no quick run to the store. They pop out, fire you up. I told my PO through the gate, I get high as fuck. She asked me how high do I get, I told her high as duck. Man, that one shit, man, his gang ain't on shit. Phone him posted up outside, Draco's hanging and shit. Before he died, his ass a goofy, now he famous and shit. In response, FBG Duck's grieving mother has repeatedly asked him to stop.
Y'all really showing, y'all rich out mixing in my motherfucking son. Y'all rich out mixing in Tuka. Show your crowd. Do something else besides this and music.
But recently, she changed her approach, instead requiring that Durk help her to end the violence in Chicago once and for all. But considering the consistent manner that Durk has treated the deaths of other members of the crew, he likely doesn't want to be involved. When FBG Cash passed away, Durk first trolled his loved ones by acting like he didn't know him.
Were you dissing that nigga FBG Cash on the computer murders? Because you responded to.
Who?
FBG Cash. He posted up at the mural. And he made a song about it.
The one who died?
Rest in peace, yes.
I don't like mentioning the dead.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yo, Lil Durk crazy, man. Like, he was his own downfall, man. Like, he really played himself just so he could look like the gangster that he is. Like, gangsters move in silence. What happened to moving in silence, y'all? What happened to moving in silence?
Durk, man, you petty, man. You enjoy this shit, don't you?
That's I gotta see his face.
You having fun.
But he didn't stop there, and on various IG lives, he mocked his demise alongside other friends.
You mentioned the Durk situation after he went on live with his homies, and you know they were cracking jokes about Cash and things like that. That's really where you come in with you feel like he should be a better leader.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, it's funny. Who he had, the main nigga he got on there. It's funny, niggas laughing. They put your muscle in the wheelchair. Therapy can't be working cause that pussy nigga's still there. You feel me? That's the main nigga that was on the camera. He ha ha. You happy now. You know what I'm saying? Even in the song. He know what he said in the song and all that. Cash died that same type of way though. You feel me? And that's,
But in the view of King Yella, this is one of the numerous missteps that landed him where he is now.
You know what the feds do? I'm on federal papers right now as we speak. You know what the feds do? They let you get your money, they let you do everything so they can come take everything from your dumb ass. The feds keep your money. That's what they do it for. They confiscate everything from you. The reason they doing all that, they don't want, why the fuck I'm gonna come get you right now when you broke, you don't have nothing. I'm gonna wait till you take over the world cause I'm gonna take your whole world from you. And niggas don't even know that. Like your daddy just did 30 years in the feds. You need to sit down, you a Muslim now, nigga, and talk to the nigga. Dad, how's this going on? Yeah, talk to your daddy, man. That's what he needs to do. That's all I'm saying. These niggas gotta be smart.
Today, Ruga is still leading the charge against Durk via his output, while FBG Butta essentially predicted that Durk would get jammed up for his role in attempting to aid the shooters in getting away.
Von is dead, right?
Okay, well...
How the fuck is these niggas paying for a jet?
At the time, yeah.
Who the fuck got a jet fueled up and got these boys flew to Chicago in 5 hours? Who got money to do that? They ain't got no jet money, gang.
I don't got jet money.
Come on, bro, stop playing, think about it. They called Durk, hey, you get them fucking guys here, we gonna come get you with them. Cause just like the evidence they had on Shorty, and they had on Durk too, that you just paid to get your fucking brother killed. How you not in jail?
In Duck, we see another victim of the Chicago streets that Durk has savored the passing of. But
now, y'all be tripping on FBG Butter, man, but he be spitting facts, and I think this is way before he even got knocked. Like, I think FBG Butter's locked up right now. So what he just said from a couple months ago came true already. Like, that's crazy.
There are perhaps no two people whose deaths he has celebrated to the level of Mubu Krump and 051 Melly. First,
he hated these two. Now this is what you should have did your whole documentary on, a video on. You should have did it on these two guys and the guys that he really had victims. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the person that shot his brother and all that. That's what I thought I was about to watch. Like, I didn't know I was about to watch some rap victims. Like, you put every victim you put on his joint was mostly rap beef. You got two right, and that's the last one. You know what I'm saying?
Let's start with Melly, a notorious shooter from the city who is said to have been responsible for 15 bodies. He gained Durk's hatred for his apparent role in the death of OTS Newski, who was murdered just 2 days after signing a deal with Durk's label.
That nigga in traffic, man. Slide on bro them. Now I gotta keep my bitch with me. It's a lot of fuck niggas out here hating. You know, once you get on top, niggas feel some type of way. Niggas know how we coming though, man. We out here.
This led to an altercation at a TI meet and greet between the crews, formally bringing Mubu Krump.
For my people that are trying to start a print-on-demand store or trying to get a print-on-demand store off the ground, let me put you on to Kittle.
Krump and King Louie.
Cat in your video. This is Cat in your video. The beef between the Mubu and OTF started because of Chain, bro. Not because of Mubu Krump hanging with the guy that's supposed to knocked off his cousin, bro. Stop it. He didn't start hanging with that dude until the beef started. Come on, man. Like, yo, there's so many holes in this video right here that I don't pop through. Like, I love doing this. This might be my new thing, man. Watching these documentaries on these rappers, man, calling out these YouTubers that's putting fake stuff up, man. This might be my situation. This might be my little lane right here, man, because enough is enough, man.
Into the beef in the process. After that, the so-called scorekeeper took a field trip to show where Newski died.
Left Newski. They left his ass right here. They left his ass up here on folks and them tweaking, buying some shoes. Y'all see real niggas be up here though. Nigga play with me up here on folks and this bills with bitch on the news.
As things continued to get messy, Mubu looked to destroy the reputation of Lil Durk as a feared presence on the streets by telling a story of when Lil Reese reportedly choked him out after an apparent robbery attempt.
Nigga ball out, check the nigga Durk like you bitch ass nigga. I heard you say about the chain. And then next thing you know, Reese like, nigga, what that chain that on BB jump over there and choke him. So I'm like, damn, choke a book out of him, folks. Bitch ass nigga, didn't I tell you? Next thing you know, my little brother like, hell no, my little brother, Durk right now taking and choking like a Gino, you feel me? Taking that bitch like you would choke your bitch. He's, come on, baby, don't choke him. So they choking the nigga, you feel me? So
meanwhile, 051 Melly took to driving around Chicago, mockingly listening to Durk's music.
I just took cover your homies to a cemetery. And you know we did it, you ain't did nothing.
He even campaigned for Durk's freedom when he and King Von were hit with an attempted murder charge. But not because he cared about Durk. In fact, it was the opposite that compelled him to want to see him on the streets again.
That's all, free Durk and Von. Freedom niggas though, I'd rather them dead than in jail, bitch.
Since then, both men have passed on in violent fashion. In 2018, Mubu was killed in a drive-by outside of his home, while Melly was ambushed at a house party that he reportedly knew was a setup. Since then, Durk has appeared to reference their deaths on countless tracks with bars like, and see the one that killed my blood laying in blood, I can rest. However, one bar that prosecutors are potentially going to point to is from the track Sing This Song, where he spit, money on my cousin killer, I couldn't wait till I was rich. Considering that he's currently facing a big murder for hire charge, Durk inferring that he had paid a hitman to take out.
You're capping. Durk didn't have nothing to do with his murder. Stop it. Goofy, stop it. You're goofies. Please stop it. He didn't have nothing to do with that murder, man. He didn't have nothing to do with it. Do your research. You probably know that he didn't have nothing to do with it. You just putting this false shit in your video, which is crazy to me. It's crazy work. And a lot of you fans be eating this stuff up, man. When is the real gonna come back, man? When we gonna stop pretending that a lot of these YouTubers are fake as fuck with their videos? Like, man, it eats me, man. It really eats me.
Melly and avenge Newski is going to be a tough obstacle for his legal team to overcome.
Why would it be why would it be tough? When it's already on camera. When everything is already know what's going on in that situation. Bro, stop it, man.
What's become clear is that messing with Lil Durk is a very treacherous road to go down. Now, with so many stories where he seemed to have been on the fringes of crazy, often violent events in the history of Chirac and further afield, it looks like the prosecutors might have an easy job in trying to connect the dots. And if you want to learn more about his case, you can click the video on the screen. I want to thank you guys for watching.
Nah, we not clicking nothing on the screen, man. Listen, man. A lot of this stuff in this video was fake, false. A lot of it was rat beef. I think he got one or two things right in this video. The beef with Mubu Krump and the beef with Melly. Those were they wasn't even victims of his. Maybe Mubu Krump was, I'm not for sure, but I know for a fact Melly didn't. Lil Durk didn't have nothing to do with Melly's death. And for you to put that at the end of the video, and for you to say that the feds is going to connect the dots for that is very ridiculous, man. Have some type of sympathy for this man's family. I'm not saying he was the best person. I'm not saying he didn't commit no type of crimes out there. But the crimes that you trying to say that he did, he didn't have nothing to do with it. A lot of that stuff that they put in their music videos be just, I mean, in their rap songs just be talk and hearsay, just like you guys here. They don't really be having nothing to do with that stuff. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not about to hold y'all up, man. He definitely is cooked, though, for the situation with Quando Rondo. He's definitely cooked for that, for sure. But I'm not about to hold y'all up, man. Y'all know my motto. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, leave a comment, especially if you want me. Y'all know my motto, man. I'm not about to hold y'all up. If you're new to my channel, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers like this one. Jump in the comments. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Y'all know I'm going to respond back. Smash that like button. Let's try to get this to 50 or 60 likes, man. And it's time to call out all these clickbait YouTubers and all these fake storylines that they coming up with. I'm telling you right now, man, if I do a reaction to your video and I see any fake stuff, I'm going to call you out, man, for sure. I'm not about to spend 27 minutes, 30 minutes watching a video and I know that it's not accurate and you're trying to put it out there like it's accurate and you're messing up these guys' lives as well. I have to say something, man. It's over for all that, man. If you guys not coming with facts no more, man, we about to start calling you guys out, man. Straight up. And I'm up out of here.